Hey, good evening, everyone. It's Coach Melinda here. Welcome. Welcome in. As you hop on, say hi to me, send me a heart in the spirit of Valentine's Day. What is it? The eve before Valentine's Day, right? Yay. Send me a heart if you're hopping on and joining. So glad that you could make it for episode 4. We're already on episode 4 of Mindfulness. And this is something that's pretty special to my heart. We're talking about self-love this evening. Oh, hi, Bertha. I'm sending you love. Miss you, lady. Glad you could join me tonight. So glad to have you guys. I am coming to you from cold Clearwater, Florida. It's a bit cold today out here. Yesterday we had amazing weather and then a huge storm came in. So today it's been chilly and cold. But in the spirit of Valentine's Day, I am talking about love, about loving yourself. So let's get started as people will hop on. I have a lot to share with you, so I don't want to hold you up too long, but this is such an important topic, guys. And if you're hopping on, say hi to me, send me a heart so I can feel the love for Valentine's Day. I even wore red for you guys in the spirit of love. So let's talk a little bit about what self-love is. Self-love is actually an action. It's really not a state of feeling good, right? I know this term is used so much out there, self-love, right? So it's actually an action. It's a state, it's an action word. It's something that we should be applying and doing. So maybe as I begin to talk, you may know someone who actually could benefit from this. If you do, go ahead and tag them in the chat. Or you could share this video to your page if you like, if it has benefit to someone in your life. But I'm really going to share with you a 7-step prescription for self-love, right? Don't we love steps? I love a good step. Step 1, step 2, step 3, right? How many like steps? So have you ever wanted to just be loved by someone really close to you? For myself, it has always been family. Always. The desire to be a part of something and just loved. And this is stemmed back to way from my childhood because I've never really had family in my life. I'm an only child, no brothers or sisters. And so there was this feeling of like I was kind of lost and not connected to something, right? So I always had this need to want to be loved by family. And as time has gone by, unfortunately, this is just not the case in my life. It seems everyone from my family lineage, and I mean from, doesn't matter where, my mother's side, my father's side, is just incapable. They're just not incapable of such love. Therefore, that dilemma really lies within me and my needs and what I needed for myself. So have you ever just met someone and just really wanted love from them, and at the end wondering why you're not being loved by them? Can you leave me a comment or send me a heart? Just say love. I'm feeling that. There's been times in my life where I've just needed love and wanted love, and it just wasn't present for me. If that's you, send me a heart. I want some hearts, so send me some hearts, or just type love into the chat. And so self-love refers to the act of valuing one's own happiness and well-being. And self-love is really acceptance that can be described as like a sense of support, right? Someone that cares for you, it's showing compassion, but in the way of for yourself, not necessarily for someone else. It might also be considered a willingness to meet your own personal needs, allowing non-judgmental thinking, and to view yourself as essentially worthy, good, valuable, and deserving of happiness. Hi, Kirsten. Good to see you, girl. There's a time when, you're searching. Depending upon your life and your journey, what you've been through, there can be a part of you where you don't think you're valuable enough of that self-love, or you're not really worthy of that love. So self-love is considered to be an important component of our self-esteem. Ooh, yep, I said it. Self-esteem and our overall well-being. It is generally difficult, if not impossible, to feel content without first being able to love and accept yourself. Can anybody resonate with that, where you know that you're not happy with yourself, you're not loving yourself the way you should, or maybe you're on that path now too, but if you're someone who has felt that way, say yes, love. We're going to talk nothing but about love. So the comments I want to see are love in the chat. Send me a love. So I love the word self-love. It's a really popular term today that really gets tossed around in normal conversation all the time. Are you hearing about self-love all over the place? The internet, maybe it's at work, maybe it's with family. And sometimes you might hear it in this form. Well, you have to love yourself more. Why don't you love yourself? If you only loved yourself, this wouldn't have happened to you. You can't love another person until you love yourself first. Whew, who's heard that before? Send me a heart if you've heard that one before, or those before. And self-love is really important to living well. It influences who you actually pick for your partner, your mate in your life. It determines your friendships and family. Ooh. And, it also influences projects at work, things that you're doing at work, or the image you portray to people at work, and how you cope with problems in your life. So it's so important for your own welfare. And I want you to know how to bring more of self-love into your life. And so now is here, I'm just going to share with you, 7-step prescription on how you can add more self-love into your life. Because as you can see, it really affects all areas and walks of your life. Have you experienced that? Where you're realizing relationships, partners you're picking, family members are not treating you well, work is not going good, people are viewing you differently than you want to be viewed. If so, send me a heart so I know we're on the same page. So step 1 in this is become mindful. Ooh, mindful. So know what you think, know what you're thinking, how you're feeling, and what you want. Become mindful of who you are and really act on this knowledge, right? Rather than on what others want for you. How many people have given you so much unsolicited information about what you should want in your life? That's always funny to me. I'm like, okay, well, thank you so much today, right? So know what you want. Know what feels good for you. Know what you're thinking. Be mindful of yourself and your needs. Number 2, act on what you need rather than what you want. Ooh, ooh. Did you guys hear that? I'm going to say that again. Act on what you need rather than what you want. We have a lot of wants in this world, don't we? Not all of our wants are what we need. So you love yourself when you can turn away from something that feels good and exciting to what you need to stay strong, centered, moving forward in your life instead. Okay? By staying focused on what you need, you turn away from your automatic behavior patterns that get you into trouble. Right? There are things that just get us into trouble that we know we shouldn't be doing, but we want to, instead of it's what's best for us. So the things about this automatic behavior patterns is that you get into trouble, right? It keeps you stuck in your past, and it lessens your self-love. So, example, this is always my favorite example. It's, hanging around toxic people that are not right for you in your life. We all have them. We all know them. And sometimes they seem more fun. But that's not what we need, right? It's not what we need. Number 3, the third prescription is practice good self-care. I am constantly teaching my clients how to practice self-care because we are so undernourished in this area in our life that it is a struggle sometimes for them. And so it's something I'm pretty adamant about sharing. And so self-care, when you start applying it, you will love yourself more. When you take better care of your basic needs, right, you just begin to care more for yourself. People with high self-love in their life, they nourish themselves daily through healthy activities, right? So this could be eating healthy, right? Taking really good care of yourself by eating healthy, exercising properly, right? How many of us feel so much better when we just go for a walk, or maybe we're getting a pedicure, manicure, maybe we're meditating. Maybe for you it's getting enough sleep, right? Maybe it's having intimacy with someone, right? That actual need to have intimacy. And it could just be healthy interactions between each other, right? Not toxic ones, where this person is draining your energy from you, but they bring a positive vibration and they lift you up to a higher level. So practice good self-care. I can't preach that. I'm going to say I can't preach that enough, how important that is for your health. Okay, step 4, set boundaries. Woo. This has been my word for the year, set boundaries, just for myself. And maybe for you too, you might need to do this, because you'll love yourself more when you set limits or say no to certain things in your life, right? When we say no, we allow ourselves to say yes to something else that we need so much more, right? So say no to work. Maybe it's love. Maybe it's loving someone that you shouldn't be loving, or activities, right? Certain activities that deplete or harm you physically. Sometimes you could just be that person who is that yes person and always does everything, knowing that that is not healthy for you. It's not good for you. So when we do that, it can deplete or harm us emotionally, spiritually, or express poorly who you actually are. When we're in this state, we're not ourselves. We react emotionally where we don't want to be reacting. So I neglected, and here's where I'm going to share with you, because this step is so powerful to me, is I neglected this step with everyone in my family, everyone. And it felt good to be close to the family, right? Because I had this desire, this need. And therefore, I allowed them I allowed them into my life without setting boundaries, right? And this was really due to my need of being accepted and being worthy and valuable to someone. that I allowed people to come in so close to me without any thoughts, and then I would just get hurt. So for me, boundaries is a big deal. Number 5, protect yourself. Ooh, protect yourself. So bring the right people into your life. I love the term frenemies. Who has frenemies? We used to use that at work all the time. There goes your frenemy. That I learned from work that it describes so well the type of friends who take pleasure in your pain, right, and loss rather than your happiness and success. So here's my suggestion to you. If you have frenemies in your life, right? I see you guys are laughing because you're relating to what I'm talking about, frenemies. My suggestion, get rid of them. Woo! You don't need them. They cause more harm to you than anything, okay? And there isn't enough time in your life to waste on people who want to take away the shine off of your beautiful face. Can I get a heart for that? Can I get a love for that one? Yes. And so if people are taking your shine and your glow, right? And when your face says, I genuinely love myself and life, right? You will love and respect yourself more. That's such an important step to protect yourself from people like that. And number 6, forgive yourself. Namaste. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. We're humans, right? We humans can be so hard on ourselves. The downside of taking responsibility for our actions is that we punish ourselves too much for mistakes in learning and growing, right? We're humans, so we need to learn to accept our humanness, right? The fact that you are not perfect. Oh, I said it. That's it. We're not perfect. We're human. We're perfectly imperfect. Doesn't that feel good? We're perfectly imperfect. And so you have to accept this humanness about yourself before you can truly love yourself. So practice being less hard on yourself when you make a mistake. Remember, there are no failures if you have learned and grown from this mistake. And my friends, there are only lessons learned. There are no failures in life. We have challenges, and then we have lessons that we have learned from our challenges. And if you're seeing failure, that's just a sign that you're taking action and you're doing something, right? Without it, it wouldn't be present. So therefore, you'd be doing nothing, right? So forgive yourself. Quit being so hard. And number 7, this is a good one. Are you guys ready? Live intentionally. Live intentionally. You will accept and love yourself more. Whatever is happening in your life, when you live with purpose, right? When we live for a reason, a passion, for something that means so much to us, right? Your purpose doesn't have to be really crystal clear to you either. I'm going to say, I've lived with many different passions in my life. Maybe you have lived with different passions in your life as well. But if your intention is to live a meaningful and healthy life, you will make decisions that support this intention, right?